Be the creator, not the consumer. This is Angus. When it comes to importing from China and resell it, your profit margins depend on how low you can keep your sourcing costs. For example, the typical retail markup for an online store is 4 times the cost of the goods. This means that if it costs you $1 to source an item, you will need to sell it for $4 minimum. On the other side, cutting just $1 off your sourcing cost allows you to either lower your prices by $4 or keep the extra profit for yourself. In today's video, I will walk you through the process of finding suppliers in China and importing goods directly from Chinese factories at unbeatable prices. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to stay updated. One of the most effective ways to find Chinese vendors is by attending the Canton Import and Export Fair, held in Guangzhou, China, and twice a year at every April and October. The Canton Fair is not only one of the largest but also the most significant sourcing events in the world. Its scale is far bigger than any trade shows in the United States, and the fair is divided into 3 phases. The first phase is dedicated to electronics, machinery, and the second phase focused on consumer goods, gifts, and home decor products, while the third covers textiles, garments, shoes, and office supplies. To give you a much better idea, the Canton Fair spans an area about 218 football fields. Can you imagine that? And the Canton Fair brings together suppliers and factory owners from across Asia, offering you the opportunity to meet them face to face. Whether you are looking for vendors that stock products you want to sell, or manufacturers that are capable of creating customized products, you will find them here. And vendors showcase samples of their products and allowing you to examine and evaluate the merchandise on the spot before making a commitment. The idea of attending Canton Fair for new importers may seem daunting. It's actually manageable and affordable. First of all, entry to the Canton Fair is free. And additionally, the cost of living in China is significantly lower than in the US. It's an economic option for visitors. Right now, we're on the Canton Fair website, which contains all the essential information about the trade show. However, there are numerous pages related to the fair online. It's important to ensure you're accessing the correct and official website. I will provide the official link in the video description for your convenience. The second event I want to highlight is the Global Sources Trade Show. This is where factory owners and suppliers from around the world gather twice a year, and unlike the Canton Fair, the Global Sources Trade Show is held in Hong Kong, conveniently scheduled just before the Canton Fair. This timing allows you to attend both events during the same trip seamlessly. And the Global Sources Trade Show isn't as large as the Canton Fair, but the Global Sources Trade Show attracts a significant number of unique vendors. Another standout feature of Global Sources is its dual role as a trade show and a comprehensive search engine for Chinese vendors similar to Alibaba. Before attending the event, you can use their vast searchable database of manufacturers to establish contact and plan your meetings more effectively. Additionally, the Global Sources Trade Show is specialized in certain categories, such as electronics and fashion accessories, making it an excellent choice if you're targeting these industries. What truly sets the Global Sources Trade Show apart is its strong emphasis on education. Alongside the exhibition, it holds conferences aimed at teaching attendees how to run a successful importing business. The event features invaluable content delivered by e-commerce entrepreneurs from across the world. If you're traveling all the way to Asia, my advice is to attend both the Global Sources Trade Show and the Canton Fair. The 2 events offer a comprehensive view of suppliers and manufacturers. Plus, getting from Hong Kong to Guangzhou is very convenient. It takes only 1-hour train ride that costs about $30. The next place I'd like to highlight is the Yiwu Wholesale Market, one of the largest and most diverse wholesale markets in China. Unlike trade shows like Canton Fair or Global Sources, which only hold in twice a year, the Yiwu Market operates daily. It's a year-round resource for sourcing products, except during certain Chinese holidays like the lunar calendar Chinese New Year. What sets Yiwu apart is its accessibility. This market is a physical location where you can walk through thousands of vendor shops, select products on the spot, and either take them with you or arrange box shipments directly to your warehouse. Many of the items are off the shelf and ready for immediate sale. They also have a quick turnaround time as many of those front shops have warehouses nearby. Yiwu Wholesale Market specializes in daily goods such as toys, jewelry, home decorations, handbags, hardware tools, home appliances, watches, and various other items. Millions of them are all under one roof. However, it's important to note a few key aspects of the Yiwu market. Unlike manufacturers, most vendors here are trading companies or small wholesalers. So they're wholesaling instead of producing the goods. You may find fake or knockoff brands, but generally the products available at the Yiwu market are unbranded. Despite this, the Yiwu market offers incredible value for those seeking no-cost, common items that can be used as upsells, cross-sells, or even promotional items such as free shipping offers or giveaways. It's an excellent place to discover affordable and ready-to-sell products that can add variety to your existing catalog. More importantly, Yiwu market suppliers also support private labeling. And you don't have to purchase high quantities. The minimum order quantity of many stores is negotiable, and they're willing to ship in mixed batches. Canton Fair, global sources, and Yiwu Wholesale Market are the places where you can locate Chinese wholesale suppliers face-to-face. So what to expect when communicating with Chinese suppliers? Number 1. Expect a language barrier. The first thing to know is that there will likely be a language barrier. While many Chinese suppliers have studied English in school, their ability to speak or understand spoken English may be limited. However, they're often better at reading and understanding written English. This means that having your communication written down or typed in English can make a significant difference. If you rely on verbal communication, chances are they will only catch bits and pieces of what you are saying. They might nod politely and say yes, but this doesn't mean they fully understand you. For example, when giving directions or clarifying details, it's helpful to have everything translated into Chinese if possible. Alternatively, when you're speaking, you can speak slowly to increase comprehension. Suppliers from the trade shows may speak better English, but language barriers can still be an issue along the way. If you're taking taxis or providing addresses, always have them written in Chinese to avoid confusion. And number 2, understand cultural differences. Another vital aspect of collaborating with Chinese suppliers is understanding and navigating cultural differences, especially the fact that Chinese people tend to avoid confrontation. This means they are unlikely to correct, interrupt, or clearly tell you if they don't fully understand something. Their intention to be polite and agreeable can lead to misunderstandings, especially when you assume they've grasped everything you've communicated. This cultural difference can cause significant issues when placing orders. For example, you may discuss specific details with your vendor, receive their agreement through polite laws, only to find out later that they've done something completely different. To avoid such issues, it's critical to ask direct, clear questions and ensure they understand it correctly. Remember to clarify repeatedly and don't hesitate to go over points multiple times. Most importantly, document everything in writing so both parties have a clear understanding of the expectations. Number 3, be specific and avoid assumptions. To navigate these differences successfully, it's imperative to avoid assumptions and be as clear as possible in your communications. Here's a rule of thumb. Never assume a vendor knows exactly what you want unless it is spelled out in detail. Any lack of specifics may cause misunderstanding or errors. For example, when we helped purchasing a bulk order of glass vases through a supplier we met at a trade show, they promised us that they can do exactly what we want. We also have everything in the contract. After 10 days we paid deposit, they reached out to us and sent us samples to confirm. It turned out that the samples are not what we want at all. To prevent such issues, it's crucial to go through samples thoroughly and document every single detail, including dimensions, materials, and other specifications. Number 4, the value of face-to-face interaction. Meeting suppliers face-to-face allows you to establish trust, clarify expectations, and make meaningful connections that email or phone calls simply cannot realize. For example, when you communicated with suppliers via email, many of these vendors barely engaged with you and showed little interest in meeting your demand. However, once you visited them, their reactions changed dramatically. They became more attentive. Product quality would be improved easily, and they were willing to accommodate special requests and designs. knowing the MQ, and so on. From the supplier's perspective, face-to-face meeting also helps them to understand your product requests, business plans, and dreams. With that, you both know if you're a perfect match for the project. Another factor to consider is that many of the vendors you find at trade shows do not have any online presence. This makes it nearly impossible to discover them through standard online searches. While the idea of traveling to China and attending a trade show may feel challenging, it is also an investment well worth your time. You can meet hundreds of factory owners in just a few days and build relationships that are essential for long-term success. Sourcing products from China is a powerful way to reduce costs and maximize profits, but it requires preparation and understanding. Attending trade shows like the Canton Fair, Global Sources Trade Show, and visiting the Yiwu Wholesale Market are great ways to connect with reliable suppliers and find quality products. But if you're not yet ready to visit China, another effective way to locate wholesale vendors is through China's major online directories. We will have a separate video about this. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to know more about product sourcing from China. Thanks for watching and see you next time.